I'm Chris Gustafson, an analyst at the Massachusetts Budget and Policy Center. Today, I'm here to talk to you about higher education funding in Massachusetts. Higher education is very important to the state, and a skill-based economy is vital in the global economy. Today, I want to talk to you about Massachusetts' historical funding for higher education and where we go from here. But before I do that, let's look at a quick overview of public higher education in Massachusetts. Massachusetts higher education can be divided into three different groups: the University of Massachusetts system, state universities, and community colleges. Together, they educate about 170,000 students. Since 2001, Massachusetts has cut higher education spending by about 31%. Only 6 states in the country have cut higher education by more. What does that result in real dollars? Well, about $366 million. When higher education spending is cut, one of the effects is an increase in tuition and fees. Since 2004, public higher education per student has been cut by at least $1,200 per campus type. In that same time period, tuition and fees have risen. Now, why should we fund public higher education? After all, doesn't Massachusetts have some of the world's greatest private institutions? Well, if we look at the data, of students in 2008 who graduated from Massachusetts schools, 72% of public institution students stayed in Massachusetts, while only 47% of private school institutions did. That means that Massachusetts public school students are more likely to be a part of the Massachusetts workforce after they graduate. Does Massachusetts have the capacity to invest more money in higher education? The next two data points indicate that they do. Massachusetts spends less than the national average per pupil for higher education, and they spend third to last in higher education as a percent of personal income. If we were at the national average, Massachusetts would be spending $940 million more a year in public higher education. This year, the state legislature invested $86 million more in higher education than the previous year. While that does not mitigate all the cuts, that's a step in the right direction. For the Massachusetts Budget and Policy Center, I'm Chris Gustafson.